Alright guys, Spliffy here. Welcome back. Today, let's talk about the Magene S3 Plus Speed/Cadence Dual Mode Sensor. Previously, I started my quest in hopefully improving my cycling techniques by incorporating a bike computer with my rides. Today, I will be reviewing our very first sensor to be paired with our Magene C406 Pro, the Magene S3 Plus. If you own a bike computer, the speed/cadence sensor will most probably be the very first sensor that you will own, even if you don't watch this video. And that is because these types of sensors are the most commonly bundled with almost all available computers in the wild. Plus, they are guaranteed to be affordable. And that is if you're looking at the right places.
What are you buying?
For context, a speed sensor or speedometer measures how fast you are moving from point A to point B in terms of miles per hour, or in my case, kilometers per hour. The cadence sensor, on the other hand, measures how many revolutions per minute you crank the pedal during cycling. Your cadence increases proportionally with your speed. So the faster you pedal, the faster you go, the higher your cadence. And there are also other interesting points to ponder upon. We'll talk about speed and cadence and how it affects a cyclist's performance. It involves knowing the proper gear combination to use, having a comfortable riding efficiency, exerting the optimal power output, and mastering uphill or downhill terrain conditions, among others. Let's check out the Magene S3 Plus. Let's do this! I got a couple of Magene S3 Plus from, you guess it, an unofficial seller. The pattern here is to get the price as low as possible compared to the official retail price. The Magene S3 is an updated version of the Gemini 200 sensor. It is a waterproof, dual-mode speed or cadence sensor capable of connecting via ANT+ and Bluetooth. It is powered by a CR2032 coin battery and can last up to 500 hours. Magene's flagship model for this type of sensor actually exists, but it is discouragingly above my budget. And also the features are basically the same, except for the strap, or probably it's not properly marketed. First on the list is the user manual, and it's fully in Chinese. No wonder it's so cheap. They forgot to hire a translator. Next, a pack of rubber accessories, a gasket, and 2 straps. Finally, the Magene S3 Plus sensor. This sensor is capable of tracking speed and cadence data separately and not at the same time. That's the reason I bought 2 of them. The rubber gasket is to be inserted in the hole at the back to cushion the sensor to the area that it will be strapped. The rubber straps will hold the sensor in place. But wait, there's more. One more freebie, and it's coming next. As I've said earlier, the Magene S3's batteries can last up to 500 hours. However, batteries can degrade even if not used. It's a good practice to come prepared and have some spare. To replace the battery, turn the back cover counterclockwise. Inside, we have a Lysan 2032 lithium battery. These batteries are very common and affordable. You will never have any problem searching for it. Here's my spare. I bought it at my local mall. Just don't forget to watch out for this date. I needed to make sure my battery is still in good shape. I'm gonna test it first. You don't have to do this. A brand new battery can be up to 3.5 to 3.7 or even 4 volts. This one's still good, as long as it's not below 3 volts. Before putting it back together, make sure you remove the plastic insulator inside the battery compartment. It stops the battery from being drained before the unit is sold. With the battery contact in order, we got a red light. The Magene S3 Plus is a dual mode sensor and is capable of doing one mode at a time. The red light here means we are currently on Cadence mode. To change it to speed mode, we need to restart the unit, doing something like this. Green light means speed mode. Again, back to Cadence mode. The Magene C406 Pro already features a speedometer. However, it is not that accurate, especially if you are riding under a low satellite signal zone, such as roads with dense trees, forest trails, or inside a tunnel. Next, let's talk about the two methods of pairing the sensor. We have here the two identical Magene S3 Plus sensors. I'll have the left as a speed sensor, the right as a cadence sensor. To set this to speed mode, we need to restart the sensor. We do this by removing, then replacing the battery until it blinks green. The same goes with the other one, but with red color. The sensors will only blink 10 times to save power. That will be enough to know what mode the sensor is currently on. With two identical sensors at hand, it is very difficult to know which is which. To avoid confusion, you can just label the gasket and forget about it. Now we're ready to pair, and we have two methods to do this. First, through the Onelapfit app, then second is directly adding it to the bike computer. Let's try adding the speed sensor first using the app. Tap the icon above, tap sensors, search for new devices. Both sensors are now detected and identifiable with the following icons. It is also worth noting that the connection detected was ANT+. It may also be possible that the same sensor be detected with a Bluetooth icon like this one. If so, it is recommended to use only one, and that is ANT+. Let's continue by tapping the speed sensor icon to pair it. It will take a few seconds to pair. You can also see it on the bike computer screen where a speed sensor icon is blinking. The blinking stops if ever the sensor is successfully paired. A speed icon will also be shown beside the sensors tab in the app. For the cadence sensor, we'll connect it directly to the Magene C406 Pro bike computer. Open Settings, Sensors. The speed sensor we paired earlier using the app is now automatically shown on the bike computer as it should. Click Add. Then wait for the sensor to be detected. Then save. If successful, you can now see a cadence sensor icon on the bike computer. It will also reflect automatically on the Onelapfit app. So what do you think is the easiest way of pairing Magene S3 Plus? You can comment it down below. You can also help the channel by subscribing or enabling notifications for more unboxings like this one. Now, let's mount the sensors. I'm mounting this again on my daily driver, the Irie Infinite. Labeling the sensors was probably the best decision I've ever made in this video. The two sensors having different modes will be mounted on different parts of the bike. The speed sensor should be placed on the front hub using the larger strap. Attaching the sensor is a pain with all the spokes in the way, but you can always ask help from a friend, if you have one, of course. For the cadence sensor, it should be placed on the inner side of the crank arm using the smaller strap. It is preferred to install it opposite the chainring. With both sensors in their proper places, let's verify if they truly work. Both sensors are detected, okay. Right now, the speed is detected as 8 kilometers per hour. And here, the cadence is 38 revolutions per minute. And we are done with the initial setup. That's right. I guess we're gonna have some unexpected company today. Before we go, let's check everything one last time. Good, both sensors are detected and connected. The sun is already up this morning and it's still 5:30ish. I expect our ride to be short today since I'm with her. And yeah, it's gonna be slow, but at least it's chill. But today I'm gonna take a route that I will not be usually taking in a normal situation. We're gonna ride around the poblacion part of Moalboal. Currently, we're in the eastern poblacion. Then we pass through the market to buy budbud and putumaya or sticky rice. The traffic situation is still low this early in the morning. Let's check out our stats. And that's quite slow. I will let her have this ride today. We are now currently in the western poblacion of Moalboal. It's amazing to see so much changes in the past decade. This area used to have very tall grass and wild bushes in the past. Anyways, here's our municipal hall. It's a Sunday, so no business today. And here's our tourism office. You'll probably end up here if you plan to visit our town. We will have our breakfast here at the Moalboal Wharf, more famously called by the locals as Tulay. After eating, I managed to convince her to extend our ride a little longer. Cause the ride's not complete without a little downhill, and a little uphill, and now we're finally home. Let us finish our ride. And let it upload to Strava. Success! I didn't make her mad. And I haven't seen so much progress in just one ride. Moalboal surely changed a lot. Now let's check what we did on this ride. According to Strava, we made it to our 10-kilometer mark with 44 meters elevation gain and 47 minutes of moving time. Such a slow and chill ride. But with this picture with me, I have no regrets. I got 13 kilometers per hour average speed and a maximum of 30.6. And it was probably when I was doing solo lapses at the wharf. And same with Cadence, it was 50 RPM and 90 max. And with all things said and done, is it worth it? The Magene S3 Plus dual mode sensor is a simple device that does what it is intended for. Track speed and cadence data. Nothing more, nothing less. And all you need for this to work is to have a bike computer connected via ANT+ or Bluetooth. Wait a minute, I haven't tried this, but since this supports Bluetooth, you can just probably pair this using a phone and an app, right? It's just a theory, but let me know in the comments if you have any idea what I'm talking about. Anyways, if you have a bike computer, the speedometer or the speed mode part of the Magene S3 Plus is probably redundant. However, some may prefer the accuracy of having a separate sensor than having to rely upon a satellite dependent one like on the bike computer. The price is also very affordable, and I guess there's nothing to lose here. All in all, if you want to seriously track your speed or cadence data, try this one. But if you're as casual as a Candy Crush gamer, you don't need this. That's all. I hope you learned something from this video. You can like, comment, or share this with your friends or families. As always, ride safe. God bless.